Hi friends, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you so much for coming back if you've been here before. If you are new to the channel, every single week I post a new pick a card reading. So if you are interested in tarot, I suggest that you stick around, consider subscribing. This week we are going to be looking at your 2026 love forecast, and this one is going to be especially geared towards singles. So I have three options for you today. Option number one is going to be the World card, and that has Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. Option number two is going to be the Sun card, and that has Princess Jasmine and Aladdin. And option number three is going to be the Four of Wands with Princess Ariel and Eric from The Little Mermaid. So ask yourself, angels, higher self, anyone it is that you work with, which pile or maybe piles have a message for you. And let's talk about what you can expect in this reading. So for this reading, I really wanted to focus on you, the viewer. So we are going to be getting as many answers for you as possible. We are going to kick the reading off by looking at your love energy entering 2026. So where are you at emotionally? What's going on around love for you as you move into 2026? We're then going to look at the core desire of your heart. So what do you truly want in love? Beyond the surface, what are you truly looking for? Then we're going to move into the main love lesson of 2026. So this could be a theme, this could be a karmic teaching. What love is asking you to learn or embody in 2026? We're going to look at what you are releasing. So this could be past attachments, cycles, fears, anything that you are releasing in 2026 when it comes to your love life. We're going to move into what is healing or strengthening within you. So inner growth that is preparing you for love in general when it comes to 2026. We're going to look at the type of partner coming in. So what is this person like? What are their intentions? We're then going to look at how and where love is likely to enter your life in 2026. We're going to move into the biggest green flag to watch out for. So how will you recognize that the connection is aligned? What should you be looking for when it comes to a potential partner in 2026? We're also going to look at a potential challenge. So what could slow or test the connection? As you know, I like to be realistic, and there's always a challenge. There's always something that may come up, and it's better to be forewarned and ready for it than it is to be surprised by it, in my opinion. And we are going to close out the reading by looking at your trajectory by the end of 2026. So the direction your love life is moving in. I do have some pre-shuffled oracle cards pre-shuffled there as well that we're going to be taking a look at. But this is going to be one of those readings where I am going to shuffle on camera for the tarot portion. So if this sounds like something that you are interested in, stick around. We are about to get started. If this is where you leave me, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I hope you come back soon. But let's jump in. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you are drawn to the World card, and this is with Rapunzel and Flynn Rider from Tangled, or just Rapunzel, depending on what you're looking at. So it does say completion and fulfillment are within your grasp. You've reached a new level of understanding and achievement. The world is at your feet. So as a reminder, pile number one, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. Also, I did do a reading breakdown at the beginning, which is going to tell you exactly what is going to be covered and the format it's going to be covered in. So I highly suggest that you check that out. But in order to kick off this reading, we are going to look at your love energy entering 2026. So when you're going into 2026, as you are moving into 2026, where are you at energetically when it comes to your love life? I do want to say this portion of the reading is meant to help you determine and confirm if this is the right pile for you. So if this doesn't sound like your current energy as we are about to move into 2026, maybe consider picking a different pile. But let's get started. So we have loyal heart, fork in the road, and we also have orphaned. Okay. So pile number one, when it comes to your energy going into 2026, and we're talking about your love life, right? Like love energy. I do feel that this is a pile where I feel like there's a lot of things that are going on for you, right? We have fork in the road at the center here in the middle of these cards. And I think that that's kind of speaking to where you are at, where it's do I go left or do I go right? Where do I go? Which way do I want to invest my time and energy? And I do have to say, I think for some of you, for my pile number ones, some of you are exhausted, right? Some of you, it's, you've been putting yourself out there. You've been dedicating time and effort into perhaps connecting with someone or trying to be available to what it is that you want overall in your love life. There is an energy here for my pile number ones of kind of not being fully committed to what you want when it comes to love moving forward. I almost feel like for some of my pile number ones, it's exhaustion, it's burnout, right? So maybe you have been dating, maybe you have been putting yourself out there, maybe you have been trying to get to know different people and you've been going on the dates, you've been doing whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself available, but you're not getting to where you want to be. So there is a sense of like, I'm not meeting the right person at the right time. So it's almost a sense of I'm not sure what I want in 2026. And I think that for the most part, if you picked pile number one, there is a part of you that really does want a soulmate relationship. There is a part of you that really wants romance and love and having someone that is going to be by your side that you can do life with. But at the same time, I also think you've been hurt. I think you've been, you're feeling a bit unsure because of what you have experienced this far when it comes to love and relationships. So again, there is a bit of a push and pull dynamic going on here of I know what I want. And what I want is romance. What I want is love. What I want is connection. But I also know what I've experienced. And what I have experienced is hardship in love. And I've gotten hurt. I've put myself out there. I've been vulnerable. I am showing up and doing everything that I need to do. And it just doesn't feel like I'm getting to where I want to be. So I think that entering 2026 for my pile number ones, there is a lot of like just reservations here, but there's also a lot of hope and faith and optimism. And I do feel like for my pile number ones, you're in a place entering 2026 where if the right person shows up, if the right opportunity shows up, you're not going to say no to it. But I also think for my pile number ones, you are in a place where you're not so sure that you want to be the one chasing it and going after it and trying to make it happen, because there's a lot of exhaustion here. And I do think it's completely fair and valid that a lot of my pile number ones are in a place where you just don't know what you want to do with your love life going forward. You're just in a place where you're trying to figure out exactly what that's going to look like going forward. And I think for my pile number ones, a lot of that has to do with like you're going to be in a place, or you are in a place where you're open, but you're also not going to be the one that's pushing for something or trying to force something. It's almost like I'm flexible, I'm going with the flow, I'm surrendering. If it's meant to be, it's going to find me. If it's meant to be, it'll be. But I am in a place where I need to protect my heart is a little bit of what's coming through here. And I do think for some of you, you may be in a place where you're kind of leaning further one way or the other. Whereas for some of you, you're leaning more towards, you know what, I want to find my person, so I'm going to push through this. Where others of you may be leaning more towards, I've had enough, I need to prioritize myself. And I need to do things for myself and not worry too much about love and partnership and connection. All right. So, pile number one, I'm going to bring in Seer's tarot deck for you, and we're going to go right into it. So, for my pile number ones, what is the core desire of my pile number one's heart? What does my pile number one truly want in love? Beyond the surface, underneath it all, what is my pile number one's true desire? Pile number one, I think you want consistency. I think you want happiness. I think you want someone that you can rely on. I also think that for this group, feeling comfortable, feeling safe is at the forefront of what you are looking for when it comes to love in 2026 and beyond, right? Because we're talking about 2026, but I think this is a long-term dynamic of what my pile number ones want. And pile number one, we see the King of Wands, we see the Chariot card. You want someone who is going to show up and be authentic. You want someone who wants a future with you. This is not a group that is looking for someone who you're going to have a good time with and that's it. I really do feel like this is a group where what you truly want is something that is going to stand the test of time. But let's take a look here. For my pile number ones, what do my pile number ones truly want? What is the core desire of my pile number one's heart? Let's take a look, pile number one. Let's see what you want. I'm going to move those over. We'll look at these at the end there. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. We also have the Ace of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Nine of Cups. Pile number one, you want your ideal. You want your wish fulfillment. You want that, like, you want the best thing, the best person that you can envision. You're looking for something that is going to be, I think that you're looking for something that is going to be long-term. Like, I do think this is a group where if you chose pile number one, what you truly want is a life partner. What you truly want is someone to do life with long term. I also think that for this group, if you chose pile number one, you want to be seen. You want to be understood. You want a spiritual connection. You want someone that you can connect with, not only physically, emotionally, but mentally, spiritually as well. You want someone that is going to be a companion, someone who's going to see you, understand you, get you, and someone where you're going to be able to do the same for them. I do think for this group, you are looking for, again, a spiritual connection. So that could be like a soulmate if you want to give it a label, or something like a twin flame, a divine counterpart. Again, whatever label you choose to use or not use, but that's kind of the vibe that's coming through here. And we did have that loyal heart card, which is all about soulmates, right? So I do think for my pile number ones, what your heart is truly desiring is something long lasting. It's something that somebody who can truly see you and understand you for who you are and accept you for who you are. What you are looking for is your dream partner, your dream person, your dream connection, right? And one thing that I do want to say about my pile number ones is I think you're very realistic when it comes to what that looks like for you. So I don't think that this is a group where you're looking for something that is unrealistic or you're looking for something that's like a fairy tale come true. I do think you want your wish fulfillment. I do think you want to find your person. But I also think for you, pile number one, there is a very like realistic, grounded aspect as to what you are looking for in a partner. It's very achievable. It's something that is very understandable. But you also know that that is what you want and that you're not going to accept any less. And that Nine of Wands, you're looking for ease, right? You're looking to connect with someone that is going to bring ease into your life because you are tired of feeling exhausted, of feeling like, you know, it's just so hard when it comes to love. I did say it at the beginning. I do feel like this is a group where your love life has not been ideal. Your love life has not been easy. And a big driving factor for you, pile number one, is to bring in more ease and to bring in someone that is going to bring peace to your life, that is going to bring more just comfort into your life by being there, by existing, by connecting with you. So this is definitely a group that you don't want any drama. You don't want any chaos. You don't want anything that is quote unquote toxic. That's coming through here. So pile number one, let's take a look at the main love lesson of 2026 for you. So for my pile number ones, what is the main love lesson of 2026? And this could be a theme or karmic teaching. So what is love asking you to learn or embody in 2026 for my pile number ones? Let's take a look at what we have here. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords. We also have the 2 of Wands. We have the King of Cups, and we have the Knight of Cups. This is actually a very beautiful lesson, a very beautiful message for my pile number ones. So when it comes to what you are being asked to learn, or the main love lesson in 2026 for you, pile number one, we have the 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. And the 10 of Swords is about painful endings, but it's also about new beginnings. When the 10 of Swords shows up, it's talking about, the worst is now behind you. I always like to, because SpongeBob, why not? But SpongeBob, when we go to rock bottom, I feel like the 10 of Swords represents rock bottom. It's like as far down as you're going to be able to get. And the only way to go from there is up. So I do think a big lesson for my pile number ones in 2026 is understanding that there is beauty, that there are opportunities available to you, that just because you have experienced hardship or you have experienced connections with people that didn't show up in the best way that they could, or people that maybe even took advantage of you or used you, or they made you feel left out and alone, or they didn't show up and meet their, just put their end of the bargain on the table, that doesn't mean that that's not possible for you. So a big lesson for you in 2026 in love is allowing yourself to experience something different. It's opening yourself up to different experiences. And I do want to say for my pile number ones, and sometimes I get some things when I say this, so I'm prepared for it. But for my pile number ones, I think for some of you, only take it if it resonates, even considering different types of connections or people, right? So if you have a very specific type, and been there, done that, right? But if you have a very specific type, this could be the year where you are being asked to maybe consider something slightly different, to open your heart and your mind to the possibility that your soulmate may look or appear or act or be slightly different than what you wanted or what you thought you wanted. I also think for this group, this lesson is going to come in a way where it's about you opening your heart and leading with your heart and allowing your heart to show you the way. So again, for some of you, that may look like I'm going to do things slightly different. Now, what is going to be different is going to be different for different people, right? So for some of you, it could be, in the past, I've been using dating apps. So maybe I'm going to put myself out there and be more vulnerable and meet people in a more traditional way. Or maybe I'm going to sign up for a class or for, some sort of activity or a hobby, or maybe even volunteering somewhere where I can meet like-minded people. Or maybe it's about, I'm going to shoot my shot and be the one to approach someone and kind of strike up a conversation, not in the way that you're asking them out, right? That doesn't necessarily have to be it if you're not comfortable with it, but it could even just be, hey, you know what? Like, hey, how are you? I know people hate small talk. Pile number one, I love small talk because why not? That's just me. I know that's just me, but sometimes it's just about, just introducing yourself. And If the other person is interested, they'll keep it going. Or if not, you at least know that you put yourself out there. So it's going to be different things for different people. But I think a big lesson for this group is that there's still a lot of hope. There's still a lot of possibility. And it's about you expanding from your usual and you allowing yourself to lead with your heart space and you allowing yourself to experience love in every single way that it can be experienced, right? Because love is not just about romance. Love can show up in so many ways. And pile number one, you are made of love. You are love itself. So allowing yourself to experience love in every single way. And what's interesting is pile number one, you chose the world card and you chose Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. So that is a story that when you think about it, it's all about adventure and stepping out of comfort zones and doing things differently and exploring. Just saying, it's adding up. It's adding up. So let's take a look at what you are releasing in 2026. I'm shuffling a little bit on that side because I don't want these cards to like blow away. But what are you releasing? What are my pile number ones releasing in 2026? Tell me more about what my pile number ones are releasing in 2026. Bottom of the deck energy, we have the World card. So we had the 10 of Swords and now we have the World card. You are closing chapters. You are taking lessons and moving forward, pile number one. There are things that you have learned. There are lessons that you have learned and experienced that are no longer yours to learn, that you have already mastered. And it's about you leveling up and moving forward and growing and expanding and taking the lessons with you, but leaving behind any pain or any attachment or anything that may hold you back. Let's take a look at what else is here. So what are my pile number ones releasing? We have the 4 of Pentacles. I'm loving it. The 7 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Pile number one, part of what you are releasing at this time is the need to control, the need to know. I think for my pile number ones, being able to go with the flow, being able to surrender to the present moment and allow yourself to not know, right? I do think for some of my pile number ones, if not all of you, you may be the type of person that you really want to know the outcome. You really want to know how things are going to work out. And for some of you, you may be the type of person that like, you don't even like to date. You may just want to meet your person and get to the point where you are already in an established relationship. Unfortunately, there's no button in life to make that fast forward and to go through that. So I think not only a big lesson, but something that you are releasing is the need to control certain situations. And it's also releasing the need to almost like the need to know what's going to happen and to be able to predict things. So there's a lot of surrender coming through for my pile number ones in 2026 when it comes to love. And we also have the 7 of Pentacles here. So I also think that this is you almost like surrendering impatience. This is you learning to be more patient with the process. And this is you not allowing yourself to down talk yourself or to talk yourself out of what could be coming for you. So if something is not happening in the time frame that you want it to happen in, or something is not happening the way that you want it to happen, it doesn't mean that it's not available to you. It just means that it's taking a little bit longer. So being able to ground yourself, keep yourself present, and know that there are still beautiful opportunities available to you, and that it's about enjoying every moment. And I know this is very cliche, right? But it's not about the destination. It's about the journey you're going to take to get there. And pile number one, 2026 is a year where it's about you embracing the journey, and it's about you being patient with yourself as you embrace the journey. I also think that this is a time where you're going to learn more about prioritizing and you're going to be able to prioritize more of what you want at any given time, whatever that is. And I do think that this is a group where when it comes to relationships, when it comes to connections, you are going to be able to prioritize yourself, right? Not lose yourself in a connection, or not allow someone else's actions to dictate how you see yourself and how you relate to yourself and how you connect with yourself. That's also going to be very important here. But pile number 1, let's take a look at what is healing or strengthening within you in 2026. That was a terrible shuffle, so we're going to do that one more time. What is healing or strengthening within my pile number 1s in 2026? And this could be inner growth, anything that is preparing you for love in 2026 for my pile number 1s. It's going to be these 2. I'm going to keep it at 2. For some reason, I'm hearing 2. The Sun card. We also have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So pile number 1, when it comes to what is healing, I think for my pile number 1s, there is a level of you becoming more comfortable in your own skin. And I think that for some of you, that hasn't necessarily been always super easy, or it's been a journey that has been quite challenging to kind of get to the point where you're at. But I do think for my pile number 1s, you are receiving a lot of healing around just being comfortable within yourself and with yourself, and also being comfortable in the present moment. And again, there is a lot of messages around my pile number 1s wanting to know how things are going to turn out, right? And it kind of makes sense, right? Because some of what tarot is, especially when we're looking at like future readings, is all about like, I just want to kind of get a glimpse, right? But I think for you, pile number 1, there's going to be a lot of comfort and a lot of just more peace with being where you are at without necessarily needing to know exactly what that's going to look like. And you're going to feel more confident in yourself and in your choices, and more confident within your own skin. And you're going to be able to enjoy yourself more. And pile number 1, that's what's beautiful here. But yeah, that's what's beautiful here, is that you're going to have a wonderful year regardless of what happens in love, and regardless of what you choose to prioritize in your love life. Let's take a look. So we are going to ask about what type of partner is coming in for you. So pile number 1, if you choose to welcome in a partner, what type of partner is coming in? What type of person is this? For my pile number 1s, tell me what type of partner can my pile number 1s welcome in if they so choose to. And I say choose to because I do think for this pile, some of you may be a little bit on the fence. Bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Swords. Let's take a look at what we have here. We also have the Page of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So pile number 1, when it comes to the type of partner that you are going to be able to kind of draw in, or the type of partner that can come in for you in 2026, we do have the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And we do combine that with the Page of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, Page of Swords. I want to see one more, Queen of Cups. Okay. So I do think that the type of partner that you can draw in when it comes to 2026, I do think that this would be someone that is very earnest, someone that is going to be able to be very honest with you and honest with what it is that they want. I do think that this partner is somebody that is going to be able to communicate clearly. I also do think that this would be the type of person that when it comes to their intentions, when it comes to how they are going to um communicate and connect with you, they are going to be someone that kind of wants to move intentionally. So this doesn't feel like it's going to be very fast moving, but I do think this is somebody who is going to be cautious to some degree, because I also think that this is someone that is, they've kind of been through it themselves and they don't necessarily want to rush into anything or force anything. So this feels like a very organic type of connection, like it just comes together in a very organic way. But it's somebody who's very honest. It's somebody who is going to communicate very clearly. I also think that for you, pile number one, there is a good possibility here to connect with someone who is your equal when it comes to wit, when it comes to intelligence. This is somebody that can challenge you. You can challenge them. I also believe, pile number one, that this is going to be someone that is going to communicate very clearly, very effectively. This is somebody that is coming through as emotionally available and emotionally mature. But I also think that this person, it's not so much about the outcome here. It's about you being present in the present moment. And I think that that applies to the both of you, because what I'm being shown is what's possible, but it's up to you. It's up to you and this person, but especially up to you, pile number one, to choose if you want to open yourself up to this. And pile number one thing that I do want to say is that when it comes to the type of partner that can come in for you, I do think that this is somebody who's going to be very intentional about the way that they move, about the way that they talk, about the way that they express themselves, and about what they are willing to offer and give to you, pile number one. And this is going to be someone that is going to be very good at honoring themselves while at the same time honoring you and your needs. So this doesn't feel like the type of connection that is all consuming, or the type of connection that is kind of like starts really fast and then burns out. This feels like the type of connection that you both take your time getting to know each other and really speaking to what your expectations are and what your desires are. And there is an opportunity to build something here from the ground up. But again, it's going to be something that's going to take its time. It's not going to be something that either of you would rush into. I want to see how and where. How and where. How and where is love likely to enter for my pile number ones? Now, this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates, but how and where for my pile number ones? How and where? Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. We also have the Page of Cups, the Hermit, and the Eight of Cups. So, pile number one, when it comes to the how and the where, I do think this does have a little bit of divine timing at play here, where it's kind of like right place, right time. Now, it's a general reading, so it's going to be different things for different people. For some of you, I do believe this is somebody that you are introduced to. It could be through a coworker, it could be through a friend, it could even be through a family member. So this feels like somebody that could be adjacent to your circle, to your group of friends, to a family member, to even a coworker or somebody that you collaborate with. That's not going to be the case for all of you, but that's coming through as a strong possibility. For others of you, you connect to this person while you are doing something that you love, something that you enjoy. So again, that could be a hobby. That could be maybe you are volunteering your time at somewhere that you feel very closely to, that you feel very connected to. It could be a cause, an organization. Again, it could be a hobby. So for some of you, this could be like you're working out or you're going to do something very fun and this person is there. I will say, pile number one, there is a very unexpected energy to this meeting, to this connection. It feels like it almost sneaks up on you. You're not expecting it. It's not, This doesn't feel like you're going on a dating app or you're going on like a speed dating event, because that would be very expected, right? That's, you are seeking it out, you are looking for it. This has a very unexpected flair to it, where I don't think you are necessarily actively looking for it. It just kind of happens. Again, right time, right place is the type of energy that's coming through for this. So for my pile number ones, what is the biggest green flag to watch for? So how are you going to recognize this connection is aligned? What is something you should be looking for when it comes to green flags? Pile number one. For my pile number ones, what is something my pile number one should be looking for? What is a green flag my pile number ones should be looking for so that they can recognize this person, this partner? Bottom of the deck, the Queen of Pentacles. We also have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Hierophant. Pile number one of the biggest green flags that you should be looking for and you should be aware of is, how does this person make you feel? I think when you are around this person that can come in with you for you and that you can connect with, that is a very good option, a very good partner for you, you are going to feel comfortable. It's not going to be somebody that creates a lot of havoc, a lot of chaos within you. It's somebody that's going to create a lot of comfort, a lot of groundedness in you. I also think that you're going to be able to connect with this person mentally. I said that earlier, but I do think that this is somebody that is your equal. And pile number one, you're very smart, aren't you? Like, you're very intelligent and not everybody can keep up with you. One of the things that you should be looking for is that this person is going to match your wit. This person is going to be able to keep up with you. This person is also going to feel very calm, very grounding, very comfortable to be around. They're not going to cause a lot of discomfort. They're not going to cause chaos within you. They're actually going to be very easy and comfortable to be around. And pile number one, they're going to match their words, their values, their ethics. They're going to have integrity. So what they say they are is actually what they are. And a lot of what they are, a lot of those very beautiful qualities that this person is going to have, it's not something that they're bragging about. It's just who they are. So you're going to notice it while you spend time with them. Also, for some of you, especially if you are very intuitive, you are going to pick up on the fact that this is a very spiritual type of connection. We also have the Empress at the bottom of the deck there. This person is going to make you feel not only good, but this person is really going to make you feel important. This person is going to prioritize you. So again, it's like they're going to match their words to their energy and to their actions. They're not just going to say beautiful things and then not follow through with it. And there's things that this person doesn't even say that you're going to be able to notice through their character, through their actions. So let's take a look at potential challenge. And this is meant to look at what could slow or test the connection. So a potential challenge that could come up in this connection in 2026, for those of you that decide to go with the connection. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. We also have the Hanged Man and the Moon card. Fear can get in the way of this. Pile number one, for you, a potential challenge here is allowing fear, allowing worst case scenario, allowing I don't want to get hurt to get you in a place where you do not move forward, where you do not give this an opportunity, the opportunity that it deserves. This is an energy of like potentially getting in your head to the point where you miss out on connecting with this person because you are scared of making a mistake or you are scared of getting hurt. This is, I think that for my pile number ones, your biggest challenge is not giving up. It's not walking away before you get to your desired end goal, which is actually very beautiful energy because I'm not getting anything about the connection itself. It's almost like it's not about there being a challenge in the connection per se. It's more about the challenge being that you don't even allow yourself to experience or to experiment or be curious about what could be so that you can get to know this person, you can allow this person in. Let's take a look at your trajectory by the end of 2026. So the direction your love life is moving in. Your trajectory at the end of 2026. So we kind of opened with, your energy going into 2026. Your trajectory at the end of 2026 is going to give us information as to the direction that your love life is moving in at the end of 2026. For my pile number ones, tell me more about the trajectory here. Pile number one, 3 of Cups. We also have Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor card, and the Chariot. Wow, okay. So pile number one, going into the year, you're kind of going into 2026, and I think there is a little bit of like push and pull. There's a little, we saw it, right? The fork in the road. It's, I don't know which way I'm going. At the end of 2026, you have a clear path ahead and you have clear goals that you are working on. For some of you, you end 2026 and you're moving forward, moving towards a relationship, moving towards a connection. For others of you, maybe that's not what you choose, but regardless of where you are at, you will know where you are headed and what you want, and you're going to be feeling very confident moving in that direction. I do think that at the end of 2026 for this group, you're going to have the answers that you want and that you need, and you're going to be feeling very confident in your choices and in your current state. So for some of you, your current state may be, I am in a relationship. For others of you, it could even be, I'm engaged. It could be, I am getting to know someone and we are moving towards a very serious commitment. For others of you, it's, I'm doing my own thing, but I feel good doing that. So regardless of where you fall in this scenario, at the end of 2026, you are feeling very confident and you are feeling very grounded in your choices, and you have a clear path ahead that you are working towards and that you are going to, it's almost like you are able to check off the boxes and like this is the end goal and I'm going straight towards it. So that's very powerful, and you're going to be feeling more confident in yourself. I do think by the end of 2026, you are going to be happy in your love and your relationships in general, not only romantic, but all sorts of relationships that you are in. You're going to be very comfortable. You're going to be very happy. You're going to be very confident in the state of those relationships. Pile number one. Let's take a look at what we have here, and we're going to look at these next. So we have put away the computer. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. So for 2026, pile number one, this is a very good year to get out and do things, to be active, to put yourself out there. So if you've been dating through like online dating and that's kind of your go-to, I think 2026 is going to be a good year to like get out and do the things, to have fun, to prioritize, play. Right? It doesn't have to all be about work. Yes, you do have to work. You do have to get some things done. But having balance in work is going to be important. We also have healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. And I do think that for this group, going into 2026, you've been doing a lot of healing. And I think 2026 is really going to bring in almost like a completion of healing. Obviously, there's always things that we can work on. There's always things that we can focus on. But it does feel like you hit a major milestone in 2026 or even going into 2026, which is going to be very helpful. And then we have different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. And I think for many of you, this isn't about someone else. This is about yourself. And this is about you taking the time that you need to take, and you don't have to rush this. You don't have to force this. But I do think for my pile number ones, you being in a place where you sit with yourself, with your higher self, with your emotional self, with your intellectual self, and you figure out, what do I actually want? I think that's going to be very helpful, because I did say for this group, some of you may choose that romance isn't necessarily going to be the priority, and that's okay. All right, pile number one, let's see what else we have here. We also have be optimistic. Keep in mind that you create your reality. You can't attract love with a negative mindset. And we've kind of talked about this. No matter what has happened, no matter what you have experienced, there is still the possibility to experience love and connection and beauty. And do not lose faith. And be careful how you are speaking to yourself and how you are looking at the world around you. We also have they are the one. You have already met the romantic partner you seek. For some of you, maybe you do know this person. I think for the grand majority of you, this is talking about 2026. Many of you are going to have the opportunity to meet the one, right? The life partner, the one, the person that you are looking for, the soulmate, the divine counterpart. 2026 for many of you is going to bring in that opportunity. And then we have be present. You will attract love by enjoying your life as it is. Wherever you are, be all there. This was another message that came throughout the reading about being present, being in a place where you're able to really ground yourself and enjoy yourself and not have to know what's going to happen in 5 minutes or tomorrow or a year from now, but realizing that you are creating your world, your life as you make choices in your everyday life in the present moment. So being present, very important. Let's see what else we have here. So it says boundless love. Today, I'll open my eyes a little wider. Sorry, I don't know why I thought that said wilder. Wider and walk a little taller, noticing that the world around me is filled with tiny miracles. With this in mind, it's easy to fall in love over and over again, with everything from honeybees to neon signs. And while I'm feeling this inspired and this in love, everything else sort of falls into place. And that's the thing about this group. And I'm pretty sure I said this at the beginning. But for this group, 2026 is about you engaging in love, not just romantic love, but love in every sense of the word. Then we also have rest. I take a step away from my stress and then a deep breath and then a crankiness killing nap. When I get the rest I need, I instantly become a better version of myself, able to navigate complex relationships in a single bound. When I don't, I'm not. Which means I shouldn't, but I try to, and then we can't, and it doesn't, but I did, so it wasn't. Ugh, good night. Yeah, prioritizing play, rest, very important in 2026. We also have reliability. I am reliable. When I say I'll do something, I take whatever that something is seriously. This applies to all commitments, even the ones that may have seemed small and insignificant to a less reliable me. From now on, flaking is just for dandruff commercials and cereal factories. And here's the thing, pile number one, what you are also looking for in a partner, one of those green flags, I think is going to be that reliability and somebody who's really going to be very solid and very grounded and very reliable. That, I think, is what you are truly going to thrive with, pile number one. Now, because we've been talking about all of these things, I did want to pull some self-care cards here for you, some things that you can do throughout the year for self-care. Let's see what we have. First, we have intuition. Pile number 1, trust your intuition, especially 2026 love and relationships. Trust your intuition. And doing some exercises around intuition can be very helpful. We also have sync with the moon. This is also about syncing with your cycles, whatever your cycles are. Recognizing where your energy levels are at can be especially helpful in 2026. And then finally, we have spend time with friends. Yeah, prioritizing loved ones, connections, love in all its forms is going to be so important and so beautiful for this group. Pile number 1, claim it in the comments. I choose love. I know that's kind of cliche. I know that's very simple, but that is your affirmation for the week. Claim it in the comments. I choose love. Because no matter what type of love you choose, or no matter what you choose in your romantic life, you should always choose love. Pile number 1. And that is all that you are being asked to do. Let me know what you thought. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Share the video if you think it's worth sharing. Again, let me know what else you'd like to see next. Next week, I will be doing the 2026 for career, finances, personal growth. So if there's anything you want answered in that one, put it in the comments below. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for being here. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to the Sun card with Princess Jasmine and Aladdin. And it says, radiate joy and positivity. Bask in the light of success and happiness. A new dawn has arrived. So I'm going to place that right over there. As a reminder, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. Also, I did do a reading breakdown at the beginning, which is going to tell you exactly what is going to be covered and the format it will be covered in. So I highly, highly suggest that you check that out to determine if this is the right reading for you. So to open the reading, we are going to look at your love energy entering 2026. So where are you at emotionally and in your love life? What's going on? How are you approaching love in 2026 or as you enter 2026? Let's see what we have here. So first we have Treasure Island. Okay. Yang. Okay. And we also have Serendipity. Pile number 2, you are confident, you are determined, you know what you want, and you're gonna go for it. So I think that this is a group where you are very clear on what you are looking for when it comes to love, a partner, when it comes to romance in general. And I do feel like for my pile number 2s, going into 2026, you are going with a sense of optimism. There is a part of you, pile number 2, that may feel like 2026 is going to be a year where everything is going to change for you. Now, what's very beautiful about that is when we talk about 2026 and numerology, 2026 is a 1 year in numerology. So you are going to, at least universally, we are going to see a lot of new beginnings and a lot of new opportunities show up. And I feel like for my pile number 2s, you are already aligned to those opportunities that are possible for you. Now, I also think that for my pile number 2s, you are in a place that going into 2026, you are determined to get what you want and to make it happen. This is not the energy of somebody who is waiting for something to happen for them. This is the energy of somebody who is going to do whatever they have to do to get to where they want to be. So this could be like, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to date more. I'm going to, go out more. I'm going to be more intentional about the spaces that I go to. But there's something very like action based, right? We have Yang here. So there's something very action based, action oriented about where you are at pile number 2 moving into 2026, where you are determined to make it happen. You are determined to do what needs to be done to ensure that you get to where you want to be. And I think that that's very beautiful. We also have Treasure Island. So you do know that something is coming your way, and you may not be sure of exactly what that is or what that's going to look like for you, but you do understand that there is something that is entering very, very soon. And again, 2026 feels like a very auspicious time for my pile number 2s. And I think that you are very much aware of that. That's coming through. Like, you know, in your heart, you know, in your soul, that something is going to almost like give. Something's going to give. Something is going to be like a door is going to open for you. And I do think that 2026, you are already seeing the signs. You are already feeling that energy shift. You are already, maybe for some of you, you may have already started to talk to someone, or you are in the beginning stages of connecting with someone. And that's part of the reason why you are feeling so confident, where it may not be official yet, but you are kind of in a place where you are connected to this possibility, or you're already experiencing this possibility. But even for those of you where there is no clear no clear opportunity just yet, your energy entering 2026 is just very high and very optimistic, and I almost feel like very secure, because it feels like for this group, it's not just optimism, it's just you being super secure about what you're able to receive and what you are able to create in 2026. Now, let's talk about the core desire of your heart for 2026. And for this group, I will be using the Unfolding Path Tarot. So for my pile number 2s, what is the core desire of my pile number 2's heart for 2026? So what we are looking for is, what do you truly want in love, right? Beyond the surface, underneath it all, what is it that you truly want in love for 2026? Pile number 2. Let's take a look here. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Wands. Yep. Pile number 2, I want to emphasize this because it keeps coming up. There's some sort of opportunity, there's some sort of possibility, there's something that you have already manifested that has been granted, that is already on its way to you. And pile number 2, for whatever reason, you either feel it, you know it, you expect it, and I just want to, if you take anything from this reading, it's that you are correct, that you are already granted, that this is a wish that has already been granted and it's on its way to you. So let's take a look here. So we have the 3 of Swords, we have the Hermit card, and we have the King of Pentacles. So pile number 2, when it comes to the core desire of your heart, so what is it that you truly want in love beyond the surface, beyond anything that is, on the surface? I do think for this group, what you are looking for is a new opportunity. What you are looking for is a new beginning. What you are looking for is something that is stable, something that is secure, something that is reliable, something that is available. You're looking for a spiritual connection. You are looking for someone that you can trust. You are looking for someone that you can open your heart to, that you are going to be able to connect with and trust them to take care of your heart. The King of Pentacles is here. So I do think that for my pile number 2s, what you are looking for is a life partner. What you are looking for is someone who's going to take care of you emotionally, mentally, physically, somebody who is going to be able to truly connect with you and give you something stable, and someone that you're going to be able to trust. We do see this 3 of Swords here. So I do think for my pile number 2s, You want somebody who's not going to break your heart. You want someone who is going to be able to be honest, to be a good person, to be somebody that deserves your love, and to be someone who takes care of you, especially when it comes to the emotions, right? Somebody who is not going to take advantage of your good heart, somebody who is not going to break your heart, somebody who is going to be, who's going to just get you, who's going to feel like a very positive light in your life, and who's going to feel like a very loving person in your life, somebody that you can really, really connect with and trust, and someone who is going to see you for who you are and accept you for who you are. And I think for my pile number 2s, when it comes to the core desire of your heart, what you want is like a very pure type of love. What you want is a very deep type of love. And what you want is someone that you can build a life with in, not only right now, but for the future. Somebody that you can build an empire with, somebody that you can build a long lasting connection with. That's what's coming through here. And I think that pile number 2, part of what you are also really truly wanting and desiring is someone who's going to be able to truly be there for you and understand you. Like, understanding is going to be very important here at soul level, right? Like, just understand who you are as a person. This is a group where you want something deep. You don't want anything surface level. You don't want anything that's just going to be, exciting and that's it. You want somebody who's truly going to get you, who you can truly connect with. So pile number 2, what is the main love lesson of 2026 for you? This could be a theme. This could be more of like a karmic lesson per se, or teaching. So what is it? What is your main love lesson of 2026 for my pile number 2s? Main love lesson of 2026 for my pile number 2s. Bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Cups. That's actually very beautiful. Let's see what else we have here. So we have the 2 of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Swords, and we have the Chariot card. A big lesson in 2026 for you, or I guess the main love lesson of 2026 for you, pile number 2, you're going to learn what love really is. You're going to learn what it feels like, what it looks like, what it does. You're going to learn what love, everything that love is. That is going to be your main lesson. I also think that 2026 is a year where love is really going to ask you to be honest with yourself and to be honest with others. And I think that 2026 is a year where it's about you prioritizing honesty, you prioritizing clarity. And I also think that 2026 is a year where when it comes to your love lesson, your theme, it's all about experiencing love in all its forms, in all its beauty, but also with its flaws, if that makes sense. And I do think that 2026 for my pile number 2s, I'm just making sure before I say this message. I do think pile number 2, there is an opportunity for this to be a year where you make a lot of progress. For some of you, it could be that you meet the person that you end up marrying, or you meet the person that you end up having children with, or you meet the person that you end up building a home with, or, a foundation with. I do think that pile number 2, 2026 has that opportunity for you, and it's going to be about what true love is. And true love is about the romance. True love is about showing up every single day, even when times are hard. True love is about action and showing love through action and intentions. And I think that your main love lesson of 2026 is ultimately going to be about connection and experiencing connection in all its forms. And I do think that that involves connections that are platonic as well. But when it comes to romance, there's definitely opportunities here that are going to be very beautiful and very transformative for you, pile number 2. And for some reason, I keep hearing like quiet strength. Quiet strength keeps coming up when I'm talking about this love lesson for 2026. So let's take a look, pile number 2, at what you are releasing in 2026 when it comes to love. What are you releasing? I'm going to do that one more time. I will show it what it is. Okay, it's the 2 of Cups. What are my pile number 2s releasing when it comes to love in 2026? This could be attachment cycles or fears, anything that my pile number 2s are releasing when it comes to love in 2026. What are my pile number 2s releasing? Bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. The Star card. The Knight of Cups. And the 5 of Swords. So, pile number 2, when it comes to what you are releasing in your love life when it comes to 2026, we have the Death card at the bottom of the deck there. And I think for my pile number 2s, you are releasing the past. You are coming to terms with the things that you have experienced, the people that you have connected with. And there is a very clear before and after. There is a very clear rebirth here. So for some of you, if there's been someone in your life from the past that they kind of come in and you kind of get back together and break up, or they're kind of around and you give them an opportunity, but it never really takes off. I think for some of you, that connection is going to be wrapped up. There's going to be closure. There's going to be a very clear ending, and it's not something that is going to be available anymore. And I do think pile number 2, for many of you, it's you saying enough is enough and I deserve better, or I deserve different, right? It doesn't have to be better. Sometimes it's, I just deserve different. I want different. I need different. And for some of you, that is a very clear something that you are releasing, or someone. So it could be the past in general, and it could be some experiences. For others of you, it's a very specific person where there's been kind of like an on and off cycle that is finally going to close in 2026, and you are going to move forward. As far as what you are releasing, there's a few other things coming through here, so take the one that resonates for you. I do think that for my pile number 2s, many of you are coming into 2026 or going into 2026. As I'm recording this, it's the end of December still, so we're still in 2025, but you're going into 2026 with more hope and more optimism than you've had. And I think it's you very consciously choosing to release any disappointment that you have experienced in the past, and understanding that just because you've been disappointed, just because you have connected with the wrong person or the wrong people, it doesn't mean that that's all that's available to you. There is a very empowered energy to my pile number 2s going into 2026, and part of what you are releasing is also your ability to wish for, hope for, and dream of exactly what it is that you want, and know that it's available to you, know that you deserve it, and know that you don't have to accept anything less than what you deserve. We also have this Knight of Cups here. So I do think that for my pile number 2s, you're going into 2026 very much willing to open your heart, to put yourself out there, to risk getting hurt. And it feels like you're really approaching this from a place of love, from a place of, you know what, I may get hurt, but I need to be able to open up, to be vulnerable, to be authentic, to risk getting my heart broken in order to get what I truly want. And what I truly want is partnership. So what you're also releasing is that fear of getting hurt, that fear of being fully seen for who you are. And I just want to commend you, pile number 2, because this takes a lot of bravery. And you've been doing so much hard work to get to this point that you're going to be able to show up and just do what needs to be done. And you're going to be able to show up and say, sometimes rejection happens. Sometimes I may connect with the wrong person, but ultimately I'm still going to try. I'm still going to put myself out there because I know what I want. And I know what I want is out there. And sometimes you have to kiss a frog to find the prince, right? When we think about Princess and the Frog in that story. But that's what's coming through for my pile number 2s, as well as I think you're going into this releasing this idea that you have to be what everybody wants. I think that for some of you, you're going into 2026 and you are releasing this notion that you have to fit what other people want. And it's about you being more authentic, you being more yourself, and allowing that to shine through, and knowing and understanding that the right person is not only going to love that, but the right person is going to really connect with you because of that. So I think this is you really burying your heart and burying your soul and showing up in a very vulnerable way that says, I'm going to open my heart and I'm not going to let the wrong experiences or the wrong people get in the way of me finding my right person or me connecting with the right person. And here's the thing, pile number 2, you have good boundaries. You have a good understanding of what you want. It's just you going through the motions until you connect with the person that you are meant to connect with. So pile number 2, what is healing or strengthening within you in 2026? So what's the inner growth that is going to prepare you for love in 2026? For my pile number 2s, what is healing or strengthening within my pile number 2s in 2026 when it comes to love? What is healing or strengthening? You know what? We'll take all 4. Bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands. Some of you are taking action. Some of you are really going into 2026 determined, and you're going into 2026 with a clear outlook of what you want, and you're not going to allow anything or anyone to hold you back. We also have the 2 of Swords. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands. And finally, we have the Magician. Yeah. Pile number 2, what is healing and strengthening for you? I think you've done the healing. I think 2025, for some of you, even 2024 and maybe some of 2023, take it as it resonates, I think was all about the healing work. I think that's when you really went within and you figured out what needed to be done and how you were going to do it. And you did the damn thing. Excuse my language, but I really feel like for this group, you did that thing. And I think 2026, it's more about strengthening your resolve. It's more about you sticking to what you know needs to be done and you doing the thing and you manifesting the desire that you want. Pile number 2, you have a clear vision of what you want to experience, of the type of person that you want to connect with, the type of relationship that you want to be in. And what you are healing or strengthening, I should say, is your resolve to create it, to receive it, and to go after it with an open heart. So for this group, 2026 is the year where you fully prioritize this aspect of your life, this part of your life. And I'm going to be honest. For my pile number 2s, if you pick this pile and this is resonating with you, you are ending 2026 with your partner. You are ending 2026 with your person, because there's no way that you chose this pile and this is resonating with you and you don't walk out of 2026 with your person, because of the level of determination and because of almost like the magic that is also working in your favor. And we are at the end going to look at the trajectory of your love life when you're closing 2026. But I have to say, even this early on, it does feel like for my pile number 2s, you end 2026. Like, I can't imagine somebody who chose this pile and who's resonating with this walking out of 2026 alone. Unless you choose that's how you want to walk out of 2026. Because you're strengthening your resolve, you are strengthening your vision, and you are strengthening your ability to create it. And there's so much clarity here. You are very decisive and you are creating opportunities for yourself. And you're manifesting this relationship, this connection, this person, this manifestation. You are really creating this. So what is the type of partner coming in for you in 2026, pile number 2? And what I'm looking for here is, what is this partner coming in? So it could be about their intentions, their maturity, their emotional availability, anything and everything that wants to come through about this partner that's coming in for you in 2026 or potentially coming in for you. But like I said, for my pile number 2s, I feel like this person is coming in. Like you're not taking anything else for an answer. We have the Knight of Wands. We also have the Two of Wands. We have the King of Swords. We have the Three of Cups. Pile number 2. When it comes to the type of partner coming in for you, I do think this is going to be someone that is different from the type of person that you are used to in a very good way. This feels like somebody who is going to be very intentional. This is somebody who knows what they want and they're not afraid to get what they want. They're not afraid to go after it. They're not afraid to create it. They will stop at nothing than to receive exactly what it is that they want. I do believe that this person is very ambitious. I do believe that this person is very much able to really communicate clearly and effectively. And this is somebody that once they set their eyes on the goal, once they set their eyes on what they want or who they want, they are going to stop at nothing until they are able to create exactly what it is that they want. I do think that this person coming in is going to be very fun, very exciting. This feels like the type of connection where there's going to be a lot of dates, a lot of adventure. There could be traveling together. There could be just doing hobbies together. This feels like very extroverted energy, if I'm being honest, pile number 2. So it feels like a lot of dates, a lot of, spontaneity. It also feels like you're going to connect with someone who is really assertive. And I think that that's something that you both have in common, because I do feel like my pile number 2s, even your energy going into 2026 is very assertive. And it feels like that's the type of person that you're going to connect with. This is somebody that is going to have a very good sense of humor, somebody that you're going to be able to really talk to and have fun with. I do think that this person is very witty. And I do think that you're going to have a lot of laughs together. This is someone who is going to pursue you. This is someone who is going to really be the person who initiates. I think for many of you, pile number 2, the person that you're going to connect with is going to be the initiator. And I think this person is also going to really pursue you. This person is really going to make their intentions known. And again, this feels like somebody who knows how to have a very good time, very fun to be around. And this is somebody that also feels like they're pretty much up for anything, but they do feel like they're very intentional. So I do think that this is somebody who is going to tell you exactly where they're at and what they want, and they're going to be very clear in their communication. For some of you, this person is either going to travel a lot, or they are going to be moving into your area, or you're moving into their area. There could be some travel associated with this. As far as the type of partner coming in, this person is going to be very upfront and clear with their intentions. I do think this person has a very adventurous and fun side, but I also think that they're going to be very honest and very clear with what it is that they want long term. Let's take a look at the how and the where. So, how and where is love likely to enter your life in 2026? For my pile number 2s, tell me more about the how and where is love likely to enter my pile number 2's lives. How and where for my pile number 2s. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. We also have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups. For some of you, this is going to be a soulmate. As far as the how and where, I do think for some of you, you're going to meet this person while you are out and about and you're having a good time. This feels like somebody that you may run into at some sort of event. Maybe it's a work event, maybe it's a family event, maybe it's like a friend's birthday party that's very specific, but that's coming in. For some of you, you may meet this person while on vacation or while they are on vacation. There could be travel here. And I do think for my pile number 2s, travel would be something that is very much at the center of this relationship, or at least something that you both enjoy doing and that you can connect over not only in 2026, but beyond. I do think that this is, when it comes to the how and where, there's something about other people. So it could be that you or them are out and about with others, or like I said, it's some sort of event that you meet at. For someone here, you may meet this person. I'm getting birthday party or like a wedding. That's very specific. Take it as it resonates. For someone here, a friend may set you up. They may suggest this person to you. I do think for my pile number 2s, there is a very like strong chemistry, strong passion here. And I do think that things are going to progress rather, I don't want to say quickly, but they're going to progress at a very good pace here between you and this person. Yeah, there's something like, for some of you, you choose to end a cycle, you choose to end something that is kind of taking up time and space in your life, and then this person kind of walks in very easily. For some of you, you've already ended that, and I said this earlier, but for some of you, there was some sort of like person or situationship in your life that was kind of like on and off. If you've ended that and you resonate with that message, or you know you're going to end that, this person comes in shortly after. That's only for those of you that resonate with that message. I do think that once you connect with this person, it's going to take off very fast. This doesn't feel like we're going to be shy or we're going to just try to be friends first. There is a very clear, I like you, you like me, let's hang out. And I do think you're both going to prioritize getting to know each other very much so. Let's take a look at my pile number 2. The biggest green flag to watch for. So how will you recognize this connection is aligned? What's a green flag that you can look for in this connection or in this person? I'm going to do that again. for my pile number 2s, what is the green flag here for my pile number 2s to be on the watch for, or to watch for? Green flag energy for my pile number 2s. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. This person is going to be reliable. We also have the 8 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the Death card. This person is going to be completely different than the person or the people that you've dealt with in the past. Also, for those of you that resonate with the message that there's somebody in your life or somebody that kind of comes in and out of your life that has been taking up time and energy, just know that this person doesn't act like them. This person is going to be very intentional. This person is going to really tell you what they want. And I really feel like this is somebody who's going to take you out on dates, somebody who's going to really show up and show you that they're thinking about you, show you that you are important to them, and show you that you are a priority to them. This is also somebody who's going to give to you as much as you give to them, meaning that you won't be the only one trying or prioritizing this connection. This is going to be someone who's going to prioritize you, who's going to prioritize the connection. And this is someone who's really going to take their time and give you their time. Like, they're going to really take their time in getting to know you. They're going to really give you a lot of their time and prioritize you. Judgment, you're also going to feel that spiritual connection with this person. But I think the Judgment card is here because they're going to be very honest. They're going to have a very open heart, and they're going to be very emotionally available. Pile number 2. And I think as adventurous as this person is, and as outgoing as this person is, and as fun as they are to be around, they're also very, very reliable. That keeps coming through. Like, this isn't somebody who's going to kind of say things and disappear and be hot and cold. This is somebody who's going to be very consistent. So let's take a look at a potential challenge. So what could slow or test the connection here? And I always like to include potential challenges just because challenges happen and it's good to be forewarned. So for my pile number 2s, any potential challenges here, or a potential challenge for my pile number 2s. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. We also have the 8 of Swords and the Devil card. Pile number 2, don't block your blessings. Don't self-sabotage. Don't get in your own way. And if you are feeling doubtful, if you are feeling overwhelmed, communicate. Open communication. Letting this person know where you are at, letting this person know what you may need in order to feel comfortable, in order to be in a place where you can connect with each other is going to be so important. And I think pile number 2, when it comes to a potential challenge, and this feels almost like it's more about you being in a place where you allow yourself to be open and to communicate and to, just be where you are at and let the other person know. But I also think that this is about you don't freak yourself out. Don't freak yourself out. That's how this is coming through. Communicate. Because I think for some of you, you are looking forward to this, and you've been looking forward to this. And it's almost this like feeling of like, is this too good to be true? Or like you may be waiting for the other shoe to drop. And the message here is communicate openly, communicate honestly, but also breathe through those moments and don't assume anything. Don't let fear dictate how you are going to act or how you're going to approach things. I want to see your trajectory by the end of 2026. So the direction your love life is moving in by the end of 2026. So we opened the reading with your energy going in. I wanted to close it, at least the tarot portion, because we still have to look at these, with your trajectory at the end of 2026 for my pile number 2s. Did I drop a card? Yes, I did. Let's see what I dropped. So we have the Ace of Swords. 1 second. Let me see what I dropped. Pile number 2, I dropped 3 cards, and I know it was the shuffling. I'm not going to include them because they were face down. If they were face up, I would have included them. But I'm not going to include them because I know it was the shuffling. So Ace of Swords. We also have the 8 of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Swords. So when it comes to the end of 2026 and your trajectory, so what direction are you moving in? I think you're going to be moving at a very clear pace as to where you are going. I do think you're also, because I think for my pile number 2s, part of what 2026 is going to bring you is an opportunity to put everything that you have learned into practice. So I do think for this group, really being in a place where you're able to open your heart and communicate and really talk to your person and talk about where you are at, what you desire, what you're seeing, what you're fearing is going to be so important. And I think at the end of 2026, you're going to be in a place where there's a lot of clarity. There's a lot of clear forward movement. There is a lot of just like grounding in and building something. So for this group, I do think you're going to be building towards a future with someone. So for some of you, it could be you're in a relationship and, you know, the next step is engagement or moving in together or whatever that next step is going to be for you. We do also have this 9 of Swords. So I think with this 9 of Swords being here, it's more about you being in a place where you're able to ground any anxiety. You're able to really be present in the present moment and move forward with confidence. I do want to see what's underneath here. That 5 of Pentacles, and then we also have the Queen of Pentacles. So I do think that this is going to be a year where you're going to learn a lot, you're going to grow a lot, but you're also going to be able to experience a lot of forward movement. For many of my pile number 2s, and I said this earlier, I think for all of my pile number 2s, moving out of 2026, you're moving with someone. You are growing with someone. You are in a relationship and you are both growing and expanding and building the life that you want to build. And you are both in a partnership that feels very stable, that feels very secure, that feels very loving, and that feels like it's someone who is your equal and someone who is very supportive of you and you are very supportive of them. This 9 of Swords, I want to clarify this 9 of Swords, if I'm honest. I want to clarify this 9 of Swords because I'm getting a message. And I'm never going to ignore a card. And I'm going to be honest, I want to see why that's here. Clarify this 9 of Swords. Why is this 9 of Swords here? Because the message I'm getting doesn't really match this 9 of Swords. The 4 of Pentacles. There's going to be a little bit of anxiety over the way that your lives are, the way that your life is moving forward. So it could be that you are moving in together. It could be that you're getting engaged. It could be that you're planning a wedding together. So there is going to be a little bit of anxiety, but it's kind of about the growth that you are experiencing. This feels like a very good, the Tower. Yeah, things are changing. So for some of you, it just feels like at the end of 2026, things are changing very fast and it feels like it's exciting, but also a little bit scary. And also a little bit nerve-wracking, but it's both of you building something new together. For some of you, if you do want a baby, a child, there may be a child on the way, moving at the end of 2026, moving towards 2027, only take that if it resonates. All right, pile number 2, let's take a look at what we have here. Self-care, clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. So I do think throughout 2026, practicing self-care is going to be so important for my pile number 2s because of everything that you're going to be doing. We also have rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. For some of you, pile number 2, 2 messages coming in. For some of you, we talked about this one message of like, if there's somebody that's kind of hot and cold, they're in and out, 2026, that's getting cut out. That's got to go. We got to go. We don't have this time or energy for this. And for others of you, there may be a little bit of like more than one person available to you. Make sure that you are paying attention to how this person is showing up, because there may be someone that feels like they're right, or they may be very exciting, or they may show up some of the qualities that you are looking for, but they're not the right person for you. So follow your intuition, trust your gut. But this is also talking about you got to 2026 because this is where you were meant to connect with your person. And then we have passion. Try something you've never done before. I also think that this connection that is possible for you in 2026 is very passionate, but definitely put yourself out there and do things that maybe you've been thinking about it and you've been wanting to do, but you haven't had a chance to kind of delve into. We also have forgive and release. You are stronger when you carry love and forgiveness rather than anger. Yeah, for some of you, there's something or someone that you release going into 2026 or during the beginning of 2026. We also have gratitude. You need to be grateful for the love already present in your life to attract more of it. So a gratitude practice could be very helpful, but also just connecting with loved ones that isn't in a romantic sense can be very helpful as well. So we have redirect your thoughts. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not what you fear will happen. So that's in general, right? What do you want instead of what you don't want? Focusing on the positive, focusing on what you are manifesting instead of your fears can be very helpful this upcoming year. We also have surrender. Hear ye, hear ye. You are hereby being called to unclench your grip on any old thought patterns that are getting in your way. Surrender any ideas that make you feel like a victim of circumstance or which make your dream relationship seem like an impossibility. The mayor of reinvention has just arrived and has made the following decree. Limiting beliefs about yourself and your life are therefore herefore forthwith officially and indubitably declared for the birds. Yeah. So also surrendering, there's a big message for this group around surrendering something or someone. We have celebration. When I come across people in happy, healthy relationships, I give jealousy the finger and celebrate their joy. When I do so, I'm rooting for the good guys, which means I'm a good guy. And that means all of us win. Who wants to celebrate? For some of you, you're going to meet your person at a wedding, an engagement party, a birthday party. That keeps coming through. Take it as it resonates. And then we have teamwork. I'm determined to be a good teammate in all of my relationships. If we disagree, I'll resist the urge to place blame and look for a way to solve the problem together. When we are a team, everything's a game. And when we're on the same side, nobody can lose. Not even the Cubs, finally. Pile number 2, a big thing is going to be communication for you. In this upcoming relationship, in your life in general, I think communication is going to be a big one. And the next pick a card reading is going to be a 2026 career, finances, personal growth. So come back for that. I did pick some self-care cards for you, pile number 2, since so much has come up how you can self-care during 2026. Let's see what we have here. Abundance planning. So not only planning what you want in love, but in abundance in general, attracting in your vision. It's going to be a very powerful year for you, a pile number 2, in general. We also have flow like water. So again, more of that surrender energy coming through, flowing, being flexible, allowing yourself to go with the flow. Also, make sure you're hydrating, pile number 2. And then we have create art. So artistic expression can be very important, whatever that looks like for you, whatever you want that to look like for you, expressing yourself artistically, doing something to kind of just channel your energy into some form of art form, whatever art form you choose, can be very helpful in 2026. For some of you, writing, putting your thoughts onto paper can be very helpful. Pile number 2. Your affirmation for the week, for the week. I was going to say for the year. For the week. I receive all that I desire. I receive all that I desire with ease. Because that's going to be your 2026, not just in love and relationships, but I receive all that I desire with ease. Claim it in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if there's anything you want to see in the 2026 general reading for next week. I will be taking a look. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Share the video if you think it's worth sharing. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you are drawn to the Princess Ariel and Eric card. I guess Prince Eric. So this is the 4 of Wands. Celebrate your achievements and the stability you've built. Your hard work has laid the foundation for happiness, harmony, and love. So pile number 3, as a reminder, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. Also, I did do a reading breakdown, which is time-stamped below. It's going to tell you exactly what's going to be covered in this reading and the format it's going to be covered in. So I highly, highly suggest that you check that out. But to start, we are going to look at your love energy entering 2026. So going into 2026, where are you at in love? So I guess I should say what your approach in love is. So this is the only group that had 4 cards, and they kind of came flying out when I was shuffling. So we'll see what we got here. First, we have Observer. Then we have Soulmates. We also have Unfinished Symphony. And we have Chop Wood. Let's do it that way. Just want to make sure everything is in frame as much as possible. So pile number 3, when it comes to your energy in love going into 2026, this is a very interesting vibe, because I feel like for my pile number 3s, there's something that feels incomplete. There's something that is requiring a little bit of your attention, if you will. It almost feels like for some of my pile number 3s, there's something that you're carrying into 2026. But how do I say? Because this doesn't feel like a relationship per se. So for some of you, maybe there's like a situationship. For some of you, maybe there's somebody that you kind of have feelings for, or somebody that there is some sort of maybe hot and cold or like on and off type of connection with, that is kind of carrying into 2026. So that's for some of you. If you resonate with that part of it, this is your message. For others of you, if you don't resonate with this being about someone else, maybe it's not that you're carrying someone specific, but maybe it's a specific experience or lesson or vibe that you're carrying into 2026. But I have to be honest, if you chose this pile, it feels like there is something that is being taken with you into 2026 that feels almost like, it almost feels like whatever this is, it's, I don't want to say a burden, but it does feel like something heavy that you are carrying with you. And it feels like there is a level of you knowing and understanding that you are taking a level of the past with you, or that you're still taking again, it's not necessarily a burden, but it does feel heavy to carry for most of you. Now, this could be a pattern, this could be a cycle, this could just be that you're not fully sure that you want to open yourself up to a connection in 2026. But I think for most of you, this may be an actual person. Yeah, because we have the soulmates card. And we have this chop wood and unfinished symphony. For some of you, this is an actual person. This could be an actual relationship. This could be a connection of some sort. This could be a belief. And I think pile number 3, going into 2026, you're in a place where you're kind of taking a step back and you're willing to allow things to play out in whatever way they have to play out in. But again, there's something here that feels like it's being taken with you, and it feels like it's at the very least a bit heavy to deal with, a bit heavy to carry. Yeah, pile number 3, I would say that this is you trying to keep yourself grounded. This is you trying to focus on day-to-day life. So there is something heavy here. For some of you, it's a burden. For some of you, it's a person. It could be something just not a person, like a circumstance or a situation. But there's something heavy here that you are having to deal with, that you are bringing into 2026. And it has to do with your love life. Like, there may be heaviness in other areas, but there's definitely a level of, it's almost like a responsibility or something that you are carrying that is coming in for your love life. Let's get started. Pile number 3, let's get started, because I don't necessarily know what this is, so I want to get information here. So what is the core desire of your heart, pile number 3, for 2026? What is this core desire underneath the surface, beyond the surface? What is it that my pile number 3s truly want in love for 2026? Because for some of you, it's like you've detached or you're trying to detach. Let's take a look. And for your group, I'm using the Modern Love Tarot. We have the Star card. You definitely have a very clear wish, a very clear desire. We also have the 4 of Swords. Yeah, you're exhausted. The 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. Pile number 3, when it comes to your heart's desires in love for 2026, you're looking for healing. You are looking for a very specific wish, a very specific desire. For some of you, you may have someone in mind. You may have someone that you are interested in, or someone that you would like to either work something out with or take something to the next level. But you're also in a place where your energy is very much protective. You're trying to protect your heart. You're trying to protect your energy here. And it feels like for some of you, a lot of your prioritization is going to go into other areas of your life, maybe career, maybe finances. It almost feels like this is a group where you're not very sure that love and relationships is where you want to invest your time and energy in 2026. There's something here around being exhausted and wanting to protect your heart, wanting to protect yourself when it comes to love and relationships. And we have the 9 of Pentacles and chop wood. So there is a level of like wanting to focus on the things that you can control and wanting to focus on things that are outside of love and relationships. That's coming through very loud, very clearly here. Yeah, there's some sort of conflict here, pile number 3, that you may be dealing with. And it's very exhausting. There's a level of like burnout. And again, we see here this card. I love this depiction here because we see it's a heart floaty. It appears that this person is in a pool, and we kind of see that heart floaty, and we see the swords, and they're facing outward as a protection. Nothing is going to get close, right? I don't want anything to get close to me. I don't want anything to hurt me. So I am projecting those walls outward. That's what's coming through here. So there is a very clear wish, a very clear desire, but there's also this sense of self-preservation that's coming in for my pile number threes of I don't want to get hurt. I want to be successful. I want to be happy. I want to get the things that I want, but I also want to be in a place where I'm protecting my heart, where I'm taking care of myself, and I'm not having to risk getting hurt. And I think for some of you, pile number three, you want connection, but I'm almost wondering if for some of you, you're either looking for something or willing or open to something that isn't maybe a life partner, or you're more about getting that connection, getting that level of relationship with someone that is maybe more platonic, because we do have the Three of Cups here. For some of you, there may be a third party situation happening here, but this is meant to be for single, so that probably won't be the case. But I do think for this pile, there may be somebody from the past that's lingering here to some degree, to some extent. Let's take a look at the main love lesson of 2026 for my pile number threes. Kind of trying to get as many answers here as possible because I'm not necessarily sure how this is playing out for you, pile number three. What is the main love lesson of 2026 for my pile number threes? What is the theme or karmic teaching that my pile number threes will be experiencing as the main lesson of 2026 in their love life? Let's take a look. Bottom of the deck, we have the Devil card. This is a year where you are standing up for yourself, where you are empowering yourself, where you are setting boundaries, where you are doing what is right for you. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Pile number three, I also think that this is a year for you where there's going to be an emphasis on what you want, what you truly want, and what you need. There may be a little bit of a difference between what you want and what you need, or maybe who you want or who you need, if that makes sense. I do think that's going to be a major lesson. I also think for this group, self-knowledge, self-awareness, and really truly getting to know yourself at a deep level when it comes to love. I do keep getting for this group wants versus needs, right? Like what I want, what I desire, what makes me happy, what keeps me coming back versus what I need and what is good for me. And I think for some of my pile number threes, what you want and what you need may be slightly slightly different. That's coming up here. And with the Devil card, this is about you breaking free. You're breaking free from something or someone in 2026. And there's a major lesson here around, again, what you were attached to. Because I keep getting the word detachment for my pile number threes in 2026. So I think for the grand majority of you, if you chose this pile and you don't feel like you have any sort of attachment to a person or a belief or an idea, this may not be your pile. So maybe try choosing a different pile because that message is coming through very clearly. I know we're only at the third question, but it keeps coming through very clearly. And I think 2026 for my pile number threes is also going to bring a lesson about growth in love and what that looks like, especially what you need. Again, wants versus needs really being highlighted here. I think this is a year where, again, introspection, self-awareness. I'm also hearing accountability when it comes to self. Because you're breaking free from something or someone and you are honoring your truth, you are honoring your needs, and that may be slightly different from what you want or an attachment that has been formed in some way. And I do think you will be learning about what emotional satisfaction truly looks like and feels like, as well as emotional fulfillment, pile number 3. I want to see what you're releasing in 2026. What are you releasing in 2026? For my pile number 3s, what are you releasing? This could be an attachment, a cycle, of fear, anything that wants to come through. What are my pile number 3s releasing in 2026 when it comes to love? What's being released here? Bottom of the deck, the Fool card. We have the King of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Some of you are releasing a situation that was keeping you in suspension. Some of you are releasing a situation or a person that was kind of playing games and keeping you. It's almost like some of you were dealing or have been dealing with someone or something that was keeping you, that was giving you enough to keep you around, or was entertaining you in a way that wasn't really allowing for growth and for forward movement. That's coming through here. And some of you are releasing something that is kind of been, it's been creating some sort of delay. It's been creating some form of not only delays, pile number 3, but some form of disharmony in your life. Pile number 3, some of you in 2026 are going to be prioritizing yourselves, your needs, and that's going to lead you to someone who is meant for you. For some of you, who you're releasing is a King of Wands type. This feels like somebody who's been maybe kind of hot and cold, playing games, somebody who is very ambitious and kind of focused on themselves, not giving you the time or the attention that you deserve. Somebody who maybe for some of you is very egocentric, somebody who's kind of very focused on themselves. That's not going to be for all of you, but for some of you, that's the type of person that you're releasing. And you're giving yourself permission to explore something different, to explore something new. That's coming through here very clearly. Like for some of you, this is you giving yourself permission, you releasing yourself from this situation and giving yourself permission to do something different. What you are releasing is stagnation, and you've been holding on to something or someone. It's going to be different things for different people, but there's something or someone that you have been holding on to that has kept you stagnant, that has caused delays, and that is what you are releasing, and you are moving towards new opportunities here. You are moving towards new possibilities here. For some of you, you've kind of been in this place of analysis paralysis where you've been thinking about what do I do and how am I going to take action on this? And you're going to reach a point where you're going to know exactly what you need to do. Again, it could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be a circumstance. It could even be something internal like a belief. But I keep hearing detachment. You're detaching from something or someone. I want to see what is healing or strengthening within you in 2026. What is healing or strengthening within you in 2026 as it relates to love? So this could be inner growth. This could be just something that is healing within you. For my pile number 3s. Bottom of the deck, the 3 of Swords. Yeah, there's a healing of heartbreak. There's a lot of heartbreak. For some of you, someone betrayed you. Someone played with your heart. Someone lied to you. For some of you, there may be a third party involved in whatever this situation is. We also have the Four of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Nine of Swords. Pile number 3, are some of you going through some sort of divorce, some sort of breakup? That could be it as well here. Some of you could be going through a divorce. Some of you could be going through a breakup. Someone here could have been cheated on. That's all coming through as possibilities. But as far as what's healing, this is you becoming stronger. This is you becoming more confident. This is you being more independent. This is you healing your heart space. And I think pile number 3, you're going to be in a place in 2026 where you're going to be really almost like having a brand new beginning, and you are reaching certain milestones, certain points in your life where you are going to accomplish things that you've been working on very hard and that you've dreamt about, and not only in love. And I actually want to say for this group, I think a lot of what is going to be coming in 2026 for you is actually not necessarily in the realm of love and romance. I think a lot of the healing coming in for you does have to do with romance, but I think a lot of the accomplishments coming in for you in 2026 have to do with other milestones that you are reaching. And for some of you, you're going to be kind of embracing your independence for the very first time in a long time. And it's like 2026 for my pile number 3s. This is the year of a glow up for you. Like, you're glowing up, you're growing, you are expanding, you are becoming more confident, more yourself, more independent. And I know that this is supposed to be a love reading, but that's what's coming through, and I have to give you what I'm seeing here. And I also think what you are healing is a lot of that heartbreak, a lot of that anxiety, a lot of those like sleepless nights. If somebody betrayed you, pile number 3, this is you going through that growth, through that glow up. This is you becoming more comfortable and experiencing those moments of healing where things feel okay again, where it feels good to just be where you are at, and you feel like yourself. Because for some of you, you've lost yourself, and this is you regaining your sense of self again. Yeah, there's a lot of emotional healing for this group here. And the High Priestess, this is you connecting with your higher self and with your higher purpose. And I know this is supposed to be a love reading, but this is what's coming through. And this is still love, right? Like, love, self-love is love. I want to see the type of partner coming in for you. Let's see what we get here, because we're going to ask about the type of partner that can come in for you potentially in 2026. For my pile number 3s, what type of partner is coming in or can potentially come in for my pile number 3s in 2026? Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. Some of you are not really open to someone coming in. Let's take a look. The Tower card. The Six of Swords, the Four of Cups. Okay, I'm getting 2 very clear messages. Take the one that resonates for you. I think for some of you, 2026 is not a year where you're necessarily looking for something. I think this is a group where for some of you, you may be closed off, and maybe you're listening to this because you kind of wanted to see what came up, or you're just kind of thinking of something, needing something to play in the background. But I think for some of you, pile number 3, you're kind of in a place where you are rebuilding and you are focused on yourself. For others of you, I do think there's a possibility for a partner to come in here and for you to be open to a partner to come in. If that is the case, this is going to be someone that is very much different from the person that you've been dealing with or the person or your previous relationship. I do think that if you do allow someone in, this person is going to be more towards like mid to end of 2026, to be completely honest. And I think that this is someone who is going to be very much kind of helping you heal. This is someone that would be very patient. This is someone that would be very kind, caring, compassionate. There's something very warm and gentle about this person, very loving about this person. But I do think for a good amount of you, you're in a place where you're not necessarily fully open to someone. Maybe there could be like a fling or a situationship or a few dates. But I don't necessarily think for some of you, you're looking for someone that is like a very long-lasting person in your life. And that's okay. For those of you where a partner does come in, I do feel like that person is going to be the one to pursue you. And it's going to be something that is very slow moving, and you're both going to take your time with this. Like you're both going to take your time and see where this goes. This would be someone that is very patient. This is somebody that has like big crush energy on you. Like they have a crush on you. They want to wait for you. They want to make sure that you're good, you're taken care of. This would be a very gentle type of connection that would come in. Yeah. And again, this would be very different from what you were previously dealing with. There is a potential for someone to come in, pile number 3. But again, I feel like for most of you, this would be like mid to end of 2026. Because I do think for this group, there's going to be a lot of healing that is taking place and a lot of you just taking care of yourself and prioritizing yourself. All right, let's take a look at the how and where is love likely to enter in 2026. How and where? How and where for my pile number 3s? How and where is love likely to enter their lives or their life? Bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Pentacles. We also have the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. For some of you, there is a good potential to connect with someone through work. For others of you, this is you kind of being in a place where there's more self-understanding, more just connection to self. But if we are talking about the how and the where as far as a partner, for some of you, it's through work, through maybe school. Pile number 3, one thing that's coming through is in order for you to be able to connect with someone, you have to put your walls down. Because I do feel like for this group, your walls are up. And for some of you, you may not fully allow this person in. So I will say out of all the groups, this is a group where I don't think the how and the where is as clear because it depends on if you allow it to come in and when you are ready to allow it to come in. For some of you, you may connect with someone online. Work is coming in, online is coming in. For some of you, it may be a very unexpected meeting. But you have to be in a place where you can allow it in. And for some of you, you are not really fully ready to allow it in, or you're not open to allowing it in. For someone here, you may connect with someone through the bank. Like maybe you're at the bank. I don't know. That's coming through. That's very specific. Only take it if it resonates. I will say, for those of you that will connect with someone, part of what you are going to connect over is shared interest. It's going to be very easy to talk to this person. I want to see what the biggest green flag my pile number threes can watch for. So when it comes to how you'll recognize this connection is aligned, what is a green flag you can watch for, pile number three? Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool card. One of the greenest flags, pile number three, is someone new. Or somebody whose energy is different, right? From what you've been dealing with or what you're used to. We also have the 10 of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the 5 of Swords. I think a green flag for you to watch out for, pile number three, has to do with how you feel around this person, how this person makes you feel, how this person not only makes you feel in like emotions, but like, does this person bring peace and harmony to your life? Does this person make you feel comfortable? Does this person really take their time to get to know you and to understand you and to hear you out and to see you for who you are? This is also about, is this person compassionate? Is this person kind? Is this person grounding you, or are they creating more anxiety? Are they chaotic? Another thing that's coming through here as far as green flags to look for, pile number three, is how does this person deal with conflict and disagreements? Is this somebody who is childish and petty, or is this somebody who is mature and who is willing to talk things out and discuss things and work things out? I think a big thing is going to be how they make you feel, what type of feelings they evoke in you. Especially for this group, I think when it comes to like your body, is this somebody that makes you feel tense, or is this somebody that makes you feel at ease? Do you feel uncomfortable around them, or do you feel comfortable around them? So I think a lot of this is also your reaction to them, because pile number three, you're very intuitive. It's about you trusting yourself and trusting what you are getting. And I think at times that can be very hard, or it could just be that you're used to dealing with people that are more chaotic and that make you feel chaotic, that make you feel anxious. Pile number three, let's take a look at a potential challenge here. So what could slow or test the connection, or just a challenge in general when it comes to your love life, pile number three? For my pile number threes, what is a potential challenge in love in 2026? Bottom of the deck, the Page of Swords. We also have the 7 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Be careful that somebody, how do I say this? Pile number three, be aware of what your red flags are, and be aware if someone is showing you red flags even though they are trying to appear as a green flag. As far as potential challenges, open communication is going to be a big one. And I think for this group, if you do connect with someone, making sure that you are pacing yourself and that you are keeping yourself grounded, and that you're not don't get love bombed. Pile number three. And don't put all of your eggs in one basket very early on as well. That's coming through here. But just be very mindful that everything is adding up. 1 + 1 is 2. Make sure that that's coming up here. Like if you connect with someone, or if you're going to reconnect with someone, make sure that things are adding up. You want to like really observe the person, and you did get the observe card up there, but you really want to observe and make sure that everything is adding up. And I think a big thing is also going to be, because we have the Page of Swords and the 7 of Swords, open communication and clear communication is going to be very important here. And the 9 of Cups. Seeing people and things and situations for what they are is also going to be very helpful for you in 2026. See things exactly for what they are, not for what you want them to be, is a very important message coming through as a potential challenge. I want to see your trajectory by the end of 2026. So we started out by looking at the energy you're entering 2026 with. I want to see your trajectory at the end of 2026. So the direction your love life is moving in at the end of 2026. And then we have some oracle cards, which I'm very curious to see what we have for you. The 8 of Swords. We also have the Emperor, the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. I do think you're going to be feeling more grounded, but I also think that at the end of 2026, you are going to be moving forward with more confidence, but you're also going to still be working through there's something here that's still kind of being worked on. And with the 10 of Wands is all about needing to prioritize and realizing that there's certain things that are not even yours to carry. So I think when we talk about your trajectory at the end of 2026, this is you releasing what you no longer want to deal with and moving forward with confidence and really building strong foundations in your love life. And with the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this is also you breaking free, breaking through your beliefs and your relationship with love itself. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles. There's a lot of healing in 2026 for my pile number 3s. I want to see what's here. Let's take a look. I may have to pull some additional tarot cards, but let's see what's here first. So we have wait. The timing is not quite right. Yeah. So for some of you, 2026, especially the beginning, feels like a time of healing, of connecting to self. We also have longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. And I do think for some of you, this is also you longing for a relationship, for a connection, for maybe a specific person or your dream person. But I also think there is an energy for this group of like, I'm longing for it, but also maybe not fully taking the action or fully ready to receive it. Only take that if it resonates. Then we have past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. For some of you, there's someone from the past that there's still some things that are being worked out and it may carry into 2026. Again, pile number 3. If you've made it this far, this cannot be your reading if you do not have some sort of attachment to a specific person, idea, belief, situation, or circumstance. So do not force this to fit if it does not fit. Then we have separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. For some of you, 2026, like you're going into 2026 and maybe you've recently separated, maybe there's been a divorce, maybe there's been a betrayal. 2026 is a year of healing for this group. Deception. See, someone is wearing a mask in this relationship. Some of you are healing from some very deep wounds in 2026. And this is about the relationship and the connection to yourself. And for some of you, you're going to close a chapter. You are going to close something out in 2026. Or you're dealing with the aftermath of closing out or ending something. Divine timing. Be patient while things are unfolding. This connection is worth the wait. I think this card, I would ignore this part here for most of you, because I think what this card is talking about is things are going to work out in the way that they're meant to. And this is a group where I think 2026 is not about you knowing exactly what's going to happen. It's about you focusing on yourself and doing what you need to do for you while taking care of your own energy. Let's see what else we have here. So it says compliments. I know how good it feels to get a compliment, so I give that gift to others. I'll find a nice compliment for everyone I interact with today, even if I have to think really hard about it, in which case I can follow up by complimenting myself for solving such a compliment puzzle. Whoa, I'm skilled. This is also about you building connection outside of romance, pile number 3, and nourishing those connections outside of romance. We have initiative. Step right up. You are being awarded a boost of initiative. This potent potion will give you the gusto you need to move your life in a previously unexplored direction. If you are in a relationship, then it's time to take initiative and make some interesting plans for you and your partner. If you're not in one, it's time to reach out to old friends, go on adventures, and potentially meet some new cohorts. Either way, this great journey is beginning with one small step, or one short text, or whatever. I'm not the boss of you. Yeah, I think for this group, really prioritizing, again, connections, not only romantic ones, but also prioritizing adventure and yourself and doing things that bring you happiness and joy. We also have perfect match. Congratulations, you've gotten yours and everyone else's wish. This is an auspicious sign that a healthy, authentic relationship is either here or on its way. This is the sort of relationship where you don't have to compromise, settle, sell out, or otherwise be a non-you. This is a relationship anchored in truth and love that neither party will have to hide their farts from. Smells like a special duo. And here's the thing, pile number 3. Regardless of where you are at right now as you are watching this, whether you are watching this in 2026 or at the end of 2025, your perfect match does exist. And I do think you're going to be able to experience that. I don't know if all of you are going to experience that necessarily in 2026, but there is a promise that that does exist for you and that is out there for you. Let's see what we have. I pulled self-care that you can do throughout the year because there's a lot going on here, right? So we have make a vision board. So what do you want? And again, for this group, wants versus needs. We also have watch a movie. Yeah, so just taking a time out, doing something relaxing. Maybe it's reading a book, watching a movie, watching a show. And finally, we have music. And music can be so healing, right? Whether it's, nature sounds or it's, your favorite music, your favorite band, really connecting to music. And for some of you, dancing. Body movement can be very helpful. Pile number 3, I'm very curious because out of every single pile, I am really not sure how this is playing out for you. If you feel like sharing, let me know. Does this resonate for you? But your affirmation for the week is my heart is healed. My heart is healed because that is the focus here. That is what's going to happen regardless. So claim it in the comments. Let me know what you thought in the comments. The next pick a card reading is going to be the 2026 finances, career, personal growth. If there's anything you want to see covered, put it in the comments below. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video if you think it's worth sharing. Those things help me out so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye for now.